Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, or see them yopo.
I don't know what to make of what is happening in our country now, you know. I mean, to describe some of the reactions to the proposed 24-hour economy, you know, as preposterous would be a clear understatement, you know, clear understatement. Some of the reactions have been shocking, absolutely shocking. And look at this whole minister, who says that his objection to the 24-hour economy is that for people like him who have unfaithful wives, if they go to work in the night, by the time they come back home, somebody would have dealt with their wives. That's his objection. I mean, unbelievable. And this is worse than pedestrian. This is a national policy which is being discussed, and this is the level. As for the guy who says that we need to protect witches and wizards and so on, and that the 24-hour economy will deny them the opportunity to fly in the night and so on, I don't know what to make of it. You know, look, I think we should get serious in this country. This country has huge problems. And the problems have been compounded by recent events. I mean, I'm told, for example, that the spillage of water in the H0T Dam is likely to cause some very serious food shortages in the country and so on. Look at our debt level. Look at the level of inflation and so on. And this is what some of the political leaders are saying. Completely lost. I'm really surprised. I knew that we had hit an all-time low in political discourse, but this is below the all-time low. I mean, this is in the pit, in the very bottom of the pit. These reactions are in the very bottom of the pit. Then you see now, there are two types of models which have been put before us. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has put what he calls the blue economy, you know, before us. And President John Dramani Mahama appears to have put before us the 24-hour economy. Quite frankly, this 24-hour economy came up in a speech. I don't think that he himself was expecting it to be highlighted the way it has been highlighted.
It's in the 2020 manifesto.
Yeah. I'm saying that I don't think that he was expecting it to be highlighted the way it has been highlighted. It is the Secretary General of the TUC, yeah, Dr. Yaoban, who drew attention to it and made it such a big issue. Okay. Now, let's first of all ask ourselves, what is a 24-hour economy? Now, a 24-hour economy is not an economy in which everybody works during the day and works during the night. A 24-hour economy is not an economy in which every business operates during the daytime and also at night, and so on. We have to understand that clearly. A 24-hour economy is an economy in which deliberate efforts are made to encourage businesses and to give businesses the capacity to operate beyond the 8-hour per day, you know, limit, and to ensure whether they can run a shift system in order to maximize production. So basically that is what a 24-hour economy is. And if you have a 24-hour economy, you are not expecting that every business, every enterprise, you know, will work for 24 hours. That cannot be the idea. I mean, all of us know that in places, countries where they say that they're implementing the 24-hour economy, there are businesses which do not operate on a 24-hour basis. It is just that the state makes a deliberate effort to encourage businesses to utilize their full potential, you know, in the production of things, in the distribution of things, and so on. That's all that it is. So these reactions really, I'm shocked. There are important questions that we need to ask. Very, very important questions that we need to ask. First of all, what is it that the state is going to do in order to encourage businesses to produce beyond the normal 8-hour schedule? That's an important question, legitimate question that needs to be asked. Now, the other question which needs to be asked is, if companies and enterprises, increase their production capacity, how do they find the markets? Do we have ready markets? What is the size of the market that they serve? And so on. These are important questions. We may even have to look at the EU-African Partnership Agreement, which restricts, importation and so on, and see the extent to which this idea can be implemented in the face of the bottlenecks that have been imposed on us through international commitments and so on. That is the way to examine the 24-hour, economy. And on this level, this very, very low level, pedestrian, unscientific, populist. I mean, to even describe that the reactions as populist is problematic. Because these are not popular positions. These are actually, if I have to use the right words to describe these reactions, I'm sure that you would warn me that they are unpalatable for morning television. That's incredible. You understand? Now, Dr. Bel0w is offering us a blue economy. And a blue economy, basically, there are many definitions, but basically, is the utilization of the resources of the sea in order to promote national development. It does not mean that what Dr. Bel0w intends is that we should stop everything and focus on the sea as the main source, of generating resources for our development. We need to ask important questions about the blue economy. What in our seas are we going to exploit for the benefit of propelling economic development? What in our seas? We do know as a fact that our seas have been depleted of fishing stock, completely depleted as a result of bad fishing methods and so on. We do know that the desalinating plant at La is no longer working. Why is it not working? Is it possible to revamp it? And if it's possible to revamp it, would it fit into the model of the blue economy and so on? And when we talk about the blue economy, are we including the exploitation of our gas and oil resources, which we are already doing, and so on? So these are legitimate questions that we need to ask of both the proposal which has been put forward by President Mahama and the proposal which has been put forward by His Excellency, the Vice President, Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and stop these childish jokes. They don't enrich the national discussion. They indeed make us, poorer in terms of putting forward ideas and debating the ideas in order to find a way forward for dealing with the hydra-headed problems that confront the Ghanaian economy.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.